Your initial allegations, do you still believe them to be true?
Yeah, well, of course they'll sue me again for it when I say that, but yeah, I do. But they want me to lie. They basically are suing me in order to lie to them. I'm sorry, I can't do it. And the most important thing is it doesn't have to be absolutely true. It has to be supportable. They have to prove that I was deliberately lying, which I wasn't.
You know, what's so fascinating about what he just did there?
Yeah, that was good stuff.
It's as if he read David French's column yesterday in the New York Times talking about MAGA Man and what it takes to be a MAGA man. And he mentioned Rudy Giuliani as the prime example, but listed Mark Meadows, Kari Lake, listed a number of other people who may have all done different things in the past, may have all had different backgrounds, different political ideologies, but said the key was once they became infected by Trump, there were two things you had to do. And again, David French wrote this before Rudy went on and lied again last night. He said, number one, you have to lie. The key is, if you're going to follow Donald Trump, if you're going to be a part of Donald Trump's team, you've got to be a liar. You've got to bend reality to whatever Donald Trump says it's going to be. And then the second thing is, and he did it there, which is so funny. He just walks right into it. He does it there, just like Donald Trump, just like the rest of them. You have to be loud and angry and defiant. It's not enough to just lie.
Delusionally defiant.
No, not delusional.
Well,
not delusional.
They delude people.
Not delusional. Because that suggests
that they're
a sort of a sense of confusion. As David French said yesterday in the New York Times in his op-ed, he knows exactly what he's doing. Rudy Giuliani knows exactly what he's doing. Donald Trump knows exactly what he's doing. Mark Meadows knows exactly what he's doing. Kari Lake knows exactly what she's doing. They all know exactly what they're doing. They had past lives. A lot of them supported Barack Obama. A lot of them like to paint themselves
supported abortion rights.
Supported abortion rights. Were very. But what they do here is, and what Rudy Giuliani just did there was, first, as David French said, you gotta lie. You've got to twist reality. And in this case, it was the biggest lie of all. Oh my gosh, I forgot. Jesus is man in Congress. God said, all you need to do is look at the Bible, and that's what I do. The Speaker of the House, right? What did he have to do to get to power? Liz Cheney told us, but Liz didn't really have to tell us because we already knew. He embraced this guy that uses Jesus as a political shield and claims that he may be the Aaron or the Moses. What does he do? He embraces the big lie. And then when he's called on it, remember that first press conference? The anger, the rage, people shouting down the press for even bringing up the fact that this speaker, this guy who claims Jesus as a political badge of honor, the biggest liar of all, embracing the biggest lie of all in politics. So you've got the lie, and then you've got to be very indignant about the lie. And that's what Rudy Giuliani did yesterday.
Yes.
And
He's a victim.
It's exactly what David French said. So Democrats need something. So, oh my God, what? How can they say they're delusional? No, they're not delusional. Read David French's column. You got to lie if you're following Donald Trump, and you've got to be indignant while you lie.
Yes, but they act utterly delusional because the lies they stick by are literally so obviously lies that it's hard to watch. It's hard not to laugh out loud. But in this case, it's defamation. And just like E. Jean Carroll learned she can do to Donald Trump, what the two women who Rudy Giuliani defamed are learning is that they're going to have to work harder to shut him up, to stop his lying.
Keep after
Go back to court, take him back to court. I mean, he will not have a penny left to his name, and he will be shut up. And he will not be able to say a word, ultimately, when they're done with him. But, my God, It is unbelievable how far these MAGA Republicans will go to hold up their lies and to sort of bring people along with them and create danger.
Well, of course, Rudy will be able to continue to lie, and he will continue to lie so long as he supports Donald Trump. Because if you support Donald Trump, you have to embrace the big lie.
Right.